easy entry and exit access for dreaded bandits and kidnappers terrorizing FCT for years. This threat has been giving the Esuyaba, his council, and subjects so much cause to worry.
With a reference to the above explanation, I wish to humble appeal to the CP to please come to our aid and mount a stop and search checking point at Yaba.
Commissioner of Police Babaji Sunday briefing the community gave the assurance that the patrol is to enable him close ranks and take stock of challenges by himself, hinting that a new dawn is upon the security situation of the territory, as evident in the outcome of the ongoing Operation Safe G7.
There is nothing as good as living together, being your brothers and sisters keepers. Why I'm saying this, we have received a lot of intelligence. And by the grace of God, with the technology we are having, we are going to start working on them.
To assure you that we have been equipped to conduct some operations here, but for security reasons, I will not let it out.
CP Babaji Sunday pledged immediate deployment of more manpower to strengthen presence with a patrol vehicle to aid visibility. From Yaba, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
It is imperative that motorists desist from driving under the influence of intoxicating substances to avert prevailing cases of crashes before, during, and after the Ember months. Asabe Williams reports that these are the words of the unit commander, RS 7.14, Central Business District, Imrana Ibrahim, at the sensitization exercise in Abuja.
The RS 7.14 CBD unit commander on the routine campaign at the Iriawa Motor Park admonished motorists, especially commercial drivers, on dangers of overloading, night travels, and overspeeding. This is with a view to curbing road accidents during the Ember months.
Because this Ember month is characterized with a lot of fatalities when there is an accident. So we have to come out in mass to incite the public on how to make the best use of the road, and that is what we have done today.
And hereby appealing to the motorists, overspeeding on the road kills.
To avoid claiming right on the road and misbehavior on the road.
FCT FRSC Sector Commander Oga Samuel Ochi explains that the use of intoxicating substances, negligence, overspeeding, and overloading by motorists are the bane of fatal road crashes that often lead to deaths and severe injuries across the nation.
The only way we can get people safe is for the buy-in to be established by all road users. And that is why we are going in all the nook and crannies of the FCT to ensure that Nigerians are patient enough during this Ember month.
At the Benue Park, where the exercise terminated, interactions with commercial drivers and motorists focused on useful road safety tips and a range of activities geared towards mitigating crashes. Traditional ruler of Garki, Ngakupi, was at the event to give a sense of direction to participants. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Towards improving the well-being of the vulnerable malnourished children in Nigeria and improving the financial status of women, the International Society of Media and Public Health is setting the pace for a healthier nation through interventions and advocacy programs in 2 area councils of the FCT.
Children reportedly suffer from severe acute, prompted the Executive Director of the International Society of Media in Public Health, Moji Makonjola, to advocate zero tolerance to severe acute malnutrition. Accolades of joy at the end of the tunnel of being brought out of poverty and miseries to greater wealth and health. The narrative has changed with these vulnerable women from Kwali and Buari area councils of the territory, trained on proper nutrition for their babies.
I've got to notice that with my palm, I can put groundnuts.
Stakeholders say it is a call for global action on zero tolerance so as to contend with communicable and non-communicable diseases, while others say the country is already experiencing population crisis, and to deal with it, advocates that President Muhammadu Buhari assented to a bill on national population management policy
that will fund family planning properly so that women will have right-based.
We have to educate our rural women or the rural poor to know that malnutrition is not going to be resolved by any witchcraft.
The convener, Moji Makonjola, says the trend must be urgently reversed while appealing to the federal government to pay counterparts funding for ready-to-use drugs for malnourished, voiceless children.
Some of the mothers don't have educated
malnourished children. Serafina Okon Umekwe, NTA News.
Over now to Ifeanyi Ezumba for the Globe this week.
Hello, welcome to the Globe this week, a foreign news segment that offers unique perspective on some stories that made headlines this week. I am Ifeanyi Ezumba. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has appealed to leaders of Group of 7 countries for more air defense capabilities as the world's wealthiest democracies pledge to Kyiv for as long as it takes. In a virtual meeting held on Tuesday, a day after missiles rained down cities across Ukraine, Zelensky called on G7 leaders to give Ukraine an on-air shield to stop Russia. In a joint statement released at the end of the meeting, G7 Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States for as long as it takes to Ukraine. Chad's Prime Minister Albert Pahimi Badake has resigned to pave way for a new government after the Central African country pushed back elections by 2 years. His resignation was announced by presidency on Tuesday. The Association has described the situation as shocking and says the sector needs to be brought in line with NHS working practice. It has found that 92% had been recruited from Africa and most 81% from Nigeria. The majority complained about excessive working hours and unfair salary deductions and added that working there felt like prison. That's it on the Globe this week. Stay for the rest of the news.
And in the sports world, brings us more.
Football pundits say the Nigerian under-17 women's team, the Flamingos, will have to put behind their opening game loss to Germany and focus on securing a win against New Zealand in their second game.
The girls have the opportunity now to redeem themselves against New Zealand, in their second game tomorrow, and hopefully they get the all points. And in the long run, they're able to come out of that group and see how they can also challenge for the world title.
The camp of Olympic Eagles is now bubbling following preparations for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Tanzania coming up later this month. 29 players are presently in camp at the Lekan Salami Stadium, Ibadan, and the team is expecting 3 more players to arrive to camp this Thursday. Still on football, Nigeria's representative in the 2022-2023 CAF Champions League, Plateau United, departed Nigeria for Tunisia this Thursday morning ahead of the second leg preliminary round match against Esperance of Tunis on Saturday at the Olympic Stadium in Rhodes. The Peace Boys defeated Esperance.
Watching the news at 7. Up next is translations. Good night.
Amagbaje shaje wo na jukusha badai wana bashi ma badai wo ozumba wadai nke che wapa nge zakoi bo wega wo nge momo akiye nyagaga kwa wu nke abamana izashiro oko nge nyatoko jibei takpe ajubu.
Jama'a barkamu da warhaka ga takaitattun labaran namu. Sunana Safiya Isa Aminu. Haɗakar ƙungiyoyin da ke kare haƙƙin tsofaffi a ƙarƙashin inuwar ƙungiyar masu zaman kansu sun miƙa godiyarsu ga shugaban ƙasa Muhammadu Buhari bisa ga yadda ya ba da lambar girma ta OFR ga Sanata Eze Ajo. Wakiliyarmu Ifeanyi Ezumba ta bayyana mana cewa tsohon ministan ilimi Farfesa Tunde Adediran ya bayyana cewa Senator Eze Ajoku ya taka muhimmiyar rawa a wajaje daban-daban ciki har da sa hannun gwamnati akan tsare-tsare na ƙasa ga tsofaffi, ƙaddamar da wata kafa ta manyan 'yan ƙasa da sauransu. Sabon shugaban tashar gidan talbijin ta ƙasa Salihu Abdulhamid Dambos ya tabbatar ma'aikata da cewa domin samar da ci gaba. Wakilinmu Joseph Austin ya bayyana mana cewa shugaban ya bada wannan tabbacin ne a lokacin da yake mai da martani ga wasu daga cikin batutuwan da ma'aikatan suka kawo a lokacin da yake tattaunawa da su a karo na farko a nan Abuja. Kwamishinan yankin babban birnin tarayya Abuja Babaji Sunday ya bayyana cewa wannan sabbin tsare-tsare da an fito da su ne domin ganin an saka al'umma da gurare wajen bunƙasa harkar tsaro a kusa da su. Kwamishinan 'yan sandan ya bayyana cewa hakan ne a lokacin da ya jagoranci wata tawagar samar da tsaro a lokacin da suka ziyarci garin Yaba da ke akan iyakar Abaji da jihar Niger a ci gaba da yake na ziyarar kan iyakokin yankin babban birnin tarayya Abuja. Wakilinmu Onoti Yakubu ya bayyana mana cewa kwamishinan 'yan sandan Babaji Sunday ya yi alkawarin cewa nan ba da jimawa ba a yankin. Ƙarshen labaran namu kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
ọzọ anyị abịakwa dịka anyị si kwuo ka anyị gaa n'iru. Njikọ nke ndị otu na-ahụ maka ihe ruru ndị agadi n'ala anyị akpọrọ n'okwu nkenke COSROPIN ekwupụtala obi ụtọ ha nye onye isi ala Muhammadu Buhari maka akara ihe nrita ala anyị bụ OFR o nyere ọkaiwu Eze Ajoku. Ifeanyi Ezumba wetara anyị akwụkwọ maka ihe nrita ma kwuo na njikọ ndị otu a kwuru na ọkaiwu Eze Ajoku nwere ikike ịrụ ọrụ maka ihe ndị metụtara ndị agadi. Ha kọwara onye isi ha n'ala anyị. Onye isi ọhụrụ nke ụlọ ọrụ NTA Salihu Abdulhamid Dambos na-ekwe ndị ọrụ ya nkwa ezi ọzụzụ ọrụ na ogige ọrụ dị mma iji kwalite ọrụ ha. Joseph Otin webatara anyị akụkọ na onye isi ọhụrụ a nyere mmesi obi ike n'oge ọ na-agwa ndị ọrụ ya okwu n'oge ha welitere ọtụtụ ajụjụ dịka ha na-enwe nzukọ ma jikwuru ohere a rịọ ka ha tinye uchu n'ịrụ ọrụ ha ndị chapụrụ ihu. Ebe ụfọdụ ndị ọrụ a kwupụtara obi ụtọ ha maka inwe onye isi ọhụrụ ma kwe nkwa ịrụ ọrụ ha n'ụzọ dị mma. Onye isi ndị uwe ojii n'obodo a bụ FCT Babaji Sunday ekwuola na usoro ọrụ nchekwa dị ugbu a bụ mbọ ọhaneze n'itinye ọnụ n'ọrụ iji mee ka ọrụ nchekwa sikwuo ike ma rute obodo ha dị iche iche nso. Onye ọrụ anyị Onoti Yakubu na akụkọ a kwuru na onye isi ndị uwe ojii a kwuru nke a n'oge o duru ndị otu mgbakọ akọ n'ọrụ nchekwa nke mee njem n'obodo Yaba dị n'etiti ọchịchị ime obodo Abaji na steeti Niger dịka ha nọ n'ọrụ nledo. Ebe onye isi ndị uwe ojii jikwa ohere a nye ndị obodo obi isi ike na ya ga-ezitakwu ndị ọrụ iji kwalite nchekwa n'obodo ha. Ka anyị were otu a, anyị ga-abịakwa ọdụ ugbu a echi na-abịa abịa. Ndewo.
ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ́n láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn yín. Kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá fún ìlú Àbújá Babaji Sunday ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé ọ̀nà ọ̀tún ní akitiyan òun yóò jẹ́ látàrí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ fún aráàlú nípa sísúnmọ́ wọn èyí tí wọ́n ó fi gbà wípé ààbò tó péye wà ní sẹpẹ́ bó ti wù kórè. Aṣojú kọ̀ròyìn wa Ọ̀nàtú Yakub ṣàlàyé wípé nígbà tí kọmíṣánná náà ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ibi àwọn ààlà ìletò Yaba, Abaji àti ìpínlẹ̀ Niger nínú ìrìnkòrìdò rẹ̀ sí àwọn ìletò kéréje-kéréje kí ètò ààbò ó lè kẹsẹ̀ járí, ibẹ̀ ló ti fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lélẹ̀. Ọ̀gá àgbà pátá tuntun fún iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán NTA ọ̀gbẹ́ni Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ náà wípé ọ̀nà ọ̀tun